Hello internet, and today we're back with some more Journey Renewed Fate Fantasy. Today I have for you a few essential characters to go for and target in order for you to progress your account smoothly. Now for the record, this is a sponsored video. If you want to support your boy, or hey, if you find this game interesting, which if you're falling for E7, I bet it might be quite interesting to you, you can download the game via my link in the description. It's going to help me out a ton. And now that the yap is out the way, let's take a look at the essential characters that I suggest you going for, especially with the login rewards here, the 7-day login reward. We get to choose any of these SSR characters based on your, preference. Today, I'm here to introduce to you essential early game characters that's going to help you progress your account. I'm going to just start from the top. You know what? Just skip the BS, right? Just start from the most valuable one, I think, is going to be Princess Peacock right here. In order to progress your account quickly, you need to beat campaigns, you need to beat Tower of Desires, and anything that can help your account increase in battle power, right? So Princess Peacock here is essential because, well, she's a healer number one. A healer is gonna be very important in this game because everything takes your HP away. You want some form of sustain. If you don't get sustained, you are playing a whole different game. So with Princess Peacock, you got an all-reliable infinite riches for the ultimate, recovering HP of all allies, and reducing cooldown as well. That sounds busted as hell, and it is, right? Every time you heal, you get a cooldown reduction as well, helping your team just cycle things through quicker. And not only that, you heal by a lot. And that is one of the reasons why Princess Peacock is really sought after for a lot of PvE moments, where sometimes you just need your ally to do that one skill that's on cooldown. You get infinite riches from Princess Peacock, boom, you have your skill up again. Very, very valuable, incredible character to pick up and have in your arsenal. That's going to help you burst through campaigns. The second reason why she's incredibly good is definitely because of hefty reward here. Honestly, I'm just going to tell you, like, the most important part is removing debuff. You see, as you go for harder stages, higher levels of Tower of Desire, harder stages in the campaign, the enemy starts to have a lot of pesky debuffs that can do damage to you, that can control you, that can prevent you from using your skills. So you want a reliable cleanser of debuffs, and Princess Peacock can do exactly that. Not to mention, she has the supportive capabilities of reducing your cooldown with the other skill that I mentioned just then. That is a full package of all you need from a healer slash support. She can bring it to the table. It's gonna help you get through campaign fairly easier. And finally, you have the basic attack, which doesn't do too much, but hey, she's a healer. She's already done a lot with her second and third skill, and that is why I heavily recommend Princess Peacock as one of the characters you go for and aim for in either gacha, or say, hey, if you want a guarantee, just play the game for 7 days and you'll go ahead and obtain Princess Peacock right here for entirely free. And that will be the rank number one. I think everyone should just pick up a Princess Peacock and forget about it, right? It's better if you just pick her up, get her ready, and you never have to think about needing a healer ever again, unless you're really, really endgame. And they're really deep lying stages that is incredibly challenging. And for that, I'm gonna recommend you the second character on my list, which will be Queen of Womanland. This character will be essential to progressing your account incredibly well as well. And honest to God, if you can obtain Princess Peacock and Queen of Womanland, one of which you claim from the 7-day reward, one of which you get from gacha, right? Say it's something like that, and you are set for a lot of modes, let me tell you. If you pair Queen of Womanland here with Princess Peacock, you get one of the most safe and debuff cleansing machine type of team, right? For us to understand better, let's take a look at Queen of Womanland here. You have the ultimate ability that recovers HP of all allies, so yes, she is still a healer, but it also removes all debuffs as well. So again, a cleansing machine. We got that. It looks pretty, standard. Doesn't look like it's anything insane. But the fact that in really tough endgame, there's gonna be strips. There's gonna be multiple instances of debuff infliction. That Queen of Womanland here can be really good when you pair her with Princess Peacock alongside each other, so they can remove cooldown, like, Princess Peacock removing cooldown, Queen of Womanland, or reducing cooldown rather, and then you have Queen of Womanland do the HP recovery, do the debuff removal as well. It's gonna all in all contribute to a safer run, whatever mode you're choosing to fight. And not to mention, Queen of Womanland also has this skill too, which heals up an ally and also applies defense up. This is where I'm gonna also segue to even PvP, where Queen of Womanland plus Princess Peacock is just, debuff removal machine. Also in PvP, why not? There's also the infinite, like, tank works, right? You got defense up, got a lot of healing. It is a playstyle that you can adopt if that is what you are going for in PvP. It can be annoying for enemies to deal with because you can infinite cleanse, or near infinite, right? You're gonna have a lot of cleanse. You can't pretty much get debuff too much, and then you still have a lot of bulk. If you come from E7, we call that the tank downplay. And yeah, Queen of Womanland plus Princess Peacock is the duo that you can try for PvP if that's what you're going for as well. So that's Queen of Womanland equivalent skill 2, we have skill 1 as well, which again doesn't do too much. Hey, expected of a basic skill. So that would be my second recommendation of who to go for in order for you to progress your account quickly. It will be the Queen of Woman Land. And mainly it's going to be the combination of the two that you're going for. This is like the magic key right here. If you can get those two together, dude, you are set. I tell you, you are set. Even for the ends of endgame, I think. And moving on, let's say you got one of the characters, you claim the other. One more character that I would like to recommend you getting, at least like try your best to get, right? Especially for early game, would now be not a healer. We've already got enough healers. We want someone that could carry us, want someone that could do good damage. And that person is gonna be Nerja right here. Nerja is a damage dealer, basically, right? As I mentioned. So if we take a look at what he does, the main source of value that he has would be with this skill, Armillary Sash. You get crit rate up for 2 turns, so that's crit rate plus 50%, and you increase action points by 100%. That means you're basically taking a whole turn again. So you get a crit rate buff up, and then you get the turn right away so that you can nuke someone right away with this 3 heads 6 arms skill. Deals damage goes to 240%, quite a high multiplier comparatively to everyone else, and reduces action point as well. Why not? Also has an additional attack, and yeah, overall it's just a lot of damage, and you're reducing action points on the enemy too with this skill. The main value though is with the crit rate, because early on you really don't have that many sources of crit rate outside of just upgrading your talent. This 50% crit rate is going to be quite valuable for you because you're not supposed in a sense to even crit that much at the start of the game, but the fact that you do, you just do so much more damage compared to anyone in the game with the progression in your account, which is why Nerja is one of the recommendations I have for you to progress your account quickly. Now do note that Nerja is the type of character that at the start, sure, with the crit rate he's gonna nuke cards, he's gonna be the GOAT, but eventually he definitely does fall off a bit. But hey, still usable for sure though. So that would be Nerja. These are the 3 essential characters I think everyone should hope and get with your beginner banners, with your beginner login events, all of that. And with that, I have given you all my recommendations for essential PvE characters that I hope you're gonna gun for, and hey, maybe one of which you're gonna pick here after you log in for 7 days. And for the rest of the video, I want to just go through like the characters that you're going to have that I recommend getting them ready for. The first one would be Sun Wukong. This one's free, and you get to promote him a lot by just completing tasks and event in the game. This character is like a jack of all trades. You get devos, do damage, doesn't die easily as well. Pretty dang good. You want to keep him around. And then we have Snow White Mouse, a fairly decent DPS for sure to progress your account. This character is quite accessible, so yeah, keep her around and get her ready up. And the final recommendation I would have would be with Black Bear Spirit. This character is completely free, and he is a tank with a revive mechanic as well. Honestly, for an SR, this is my favorite, like in terms of value, favorite SR in the game, because you just get one and he just tanks really well. He gets your barrier, he gets a revive, so you can actually survive for one more turn to help your DPS survive longer as well, and then nuke them back. It is actually quite handy. Pair this with like your Princess Peacock that you get, you're gonna have a really good time surviving, right? So that will be all for my recommendations of all the essential characters. I think if you get all the ones that I mentioned, you're gonna progress no problem. And that will be all for today's video. And again, it's a sponsored video. If you want to support your boy or you find this game interesting, you'll find a link in the description and download the game. It's gonna help me out a bunch, and that'll be all. Take care!